So this is HighLAnder. I had this idea a long time ago at another event with a bunch of YouTubers around. So naturally, it's an inclusive event. We want to get some people up there, have some fun, and play some video games on a mountain.
I have a little bit of like hiking experience. I grew up doing camping and hiking and some backpacking and stuff, but I'm really out of practice.
I'm not like into like the mountaineering and stuff, but I've hiked a lot. This is my third time climbing Mount Elbert.
I've hiked in the Swiss Alps before, and that was a lot of fun.
Linus and I climbed a mountain in Hawaii once, but it was like an hour-and-a-half climb, maybe, so...
I've never done a 14er, as they say. I've done about this distance, but I've never done this altitude.
Well, I've been hiking some mountains that are only about maybe 600. We got here and it's 10,000. And I woke up this morning, I felt like I had a huge hangover.
I have never really experienced much altitude sickness, but last night we came in and went straight to bed. And that's kind of the wrong thing to do. Your body is not moving around. You're not like, breathing correctly and all that stuff. So I woke up pretty messed up this morning.
I immediately could feel the difference in the air. It was much thinner. Walking up the stairs with our 50 pounds of luggage plus my backpack, 2 flights, and I was panting.
I'm feeling it definitely. I don't have a dizziness or anything like that. I just have a massive headache.
Game plan tomorrow is try not to get altitude sickness.
We're gonna hike up Mount Elbert and play some games at the top. Specifically, we're gonna play Doom. Or more accurately, I'm gonna destroy everyone at Doom.
Get up in the morning way too early and climb up a mountain that's way too tall, and then play some video games on the top for 10 minutes and then go all the way back down.
We want to take off at 5:30. The reason being is because every day, almost in the summer, there's a storm that rolls in around noon or 1 o'clock. And these storms are extremely dangerous. We're talking like lightning storms. And when you're up that high on a mountain, you're actually inside the cloud and you're above the tree line. So guess what? You're the tallest thing that's around, and you're what's going to get hit by lightning.
It might only be 40 degrees at the summit, but there's sometimes 50-mile-an-hour winds, and then that wind will find its way into you somehow, and you will get cold.
I don't have any windproofing stuff like jackets for a jacket or pants, so kind of worried about the wind at the top, how cold I'm going to be.
I'm a little bit crazy. I'm wearing sneakers, t-shirt, and shorts, and that's it.
In terms of the gear we've got at the top, it's a little bit overkill, but we've got ASUS's G550. Got a Core i7 processor in there.
This one comes equipped with a GTX 850.
Some other gear that we're bringing besides the laptop is the RGB keyboard from Corsair, which I'm actually pretty excited to be using up there.
I think everyone else is kind of a light gamer, so I think it might be between Qain and I.
I think my only real competition is maybe Qain and Logan.
If I'm not the worst, then I'm okay with that.
We're not going to have any competition. I don't think anybody's going to be able to beat Qain and I. It's just not happening.
I have a feeling a few of us are going to drop off, so we'll see how many people have a LAN party at the top.
I think maybe about 70% of us will probably make it to the top.
Logan will be fine. Jimmy will be okay. Kyle, however, I don't know about him. If you live in Colorado, this is just Saturday, but for people from Florida and California and New York, it's ooh, it's just hard. We're going to climb a big mountain. I know we got some guys here that we've done some mountain climbing before. I'm really, where? And I think they're gonna die.
Kyle's from California, but he's obviously not taking advantage of the high peaks out there. I'm really worried about him.
Well, I know who the strongest is gonna be. Probably Qain. I think he's from Alaska, and they're freaky weird out there. So I don't have any doubt that he'll make it to the top. I'll probably be dead somewhere between 13,000 and 14,000 feet, but my body will keep going. You can resurrect me when I get back to the ground. I will respawn back in the hotel room.
And I'm looking forward to seeing who fails.
We're all not gonna make it.
If anyone really gets knocked out and needs help, I'm not probably gonna want to help them. Bags are already heavy enough. Then we're gonna carry another 130 pounds of everybody else. I just met most of you guys, so you're okay. I like Paul. Paul's cool. The hike is it's rough. You're at the top. It's cold. It's hard to think, and it's hard to move on. And this one is more of it's like a mind. It just gets harder and harder and harder every step of the way, and it starts easy and gets harder. So that's what's gonna happen.
I think it will be something that all of us will remember for a lifetime.
Alright, so we've got this really awesome 12-volt lead-acid battery that we pulled out of a APC UPS, and it's going to supply the 12-volt current that we need.
to power our Dell branded. It's actually a laptop charger, but it has a 12-volt input. So we're gonna plug this baby into our battery. Try not to electrocute ourselves. I have grafted the cable for the battery into this awesome 12-volt car receptacle. And we can go like this. And I've got green light. It works. And we have
So then
voltage.
we plug this into the router.
No, we don't.
No?
No.
What goes in the router?
See, this is where you need to stop talking.
Okay, I'm a fool.
You're like
Qain's
cart before the horse.
I was
man,
just
isn't it?
guessing.
Anyway, so this here, just to prove that we've got this, here's my voltmeter. The negative, we got the positive terminal in the center. Ooh, shaking like crazy. There you go.
There you go.
19.5 volts coming out of the Dell. Now, from there, I've got this wonderful little piece of equipment. And this has got, for whatever reason, 3 pins that are running on negative and then 2 pins on the positive. Plug this in here, and I'm going to graft this into this. This is the power supply for the ASUS router. I'm going to clip this, rip the wires out, and then splice it into this baby. And then we should be good to go.
And that's how you run a router on top of a mountain?
That's how we run a router on top of a mountain.